Welcome back everybody to another episode of Cooking with Rico. Welcome to the show. I am super happy again. I am super happy. Yes, and you should too. Hey, I have a great recipe, so sit back, sit tight, get your utensils, choose your weapon. Here we go. All right, everybody, let's get down to what we're gonna cook today. First, of course, we're gonna do some Filipino food. You know what? I love Filipino food. We're gonna start off with a little bit of lumpia, show you guys how to wrap up some lumpia with some ground beef, and then we're gonna get into some pancit. Pancit is a really, really great noodle mixed in with a lot of vegetables and also, of course, soy sauce. So make sure you get ready for your taste buds on this one. Here we go. So here is the ingredients for the lumpia. We have 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. We have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. We're also gonna mince up some onions, right? It's the onions. And then we're gonna also mince up some carrots for the bunny rabbits out there. Yep. We're gonna chop up a little bit of cabbage. So here the cabbage there. And then of course, we need beef. There it is, right? We got 1 pound of beef. So make sure you get ready for the beef. Lumpia wrappers. You can find this at any Asian store. If you're in Chicago, I love to go to Unimart. So pick up some spring roll wrappers because that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna wrap up all the ingredients and then we're gonna fold them into the wrapper. We're also gonna do one other thing. I'm gonna show you a nice little tip in regards to when we're rolling this. Then you'll be able to get them sticking all together, like keeping them nice and firm. So, all right, here we go. If you haven't picked up a tool to be able to mince as far as either garlic or if you want to mince up onions or if you want to mince up as far as in this case, carrots, I would say pick up this tool. Of course, I have, this is nice. I like this one. So let's get it on. We're gonna do about a cup of this. Let's get the onions in here. Excuse me if I cry. I'm so in love with onions. Onions are my friend. We're gonna do about a half of the small onion here. Oof. I'm starting to cry now. A lot of love on the onions. Are you crying now? All right, so now what we're gonna do is for the cabbage, we're gonna actually chop this up a little bit more. You know, just enough to make sure that when we're ready to incorporate this with the beef, then you have enough cabbage evenly. Green onions. We do probably like 1 stem of green onions. Or if you want to do half a cup, you can. But this should definitely take care of that. Coat the pan with some vegetable oil, nice and thin. Because now we're gonna cook our beef, 1 pound. Turn that up. I'm gonna make that one medium. So we're gonna let that heat up and then we're gonna start cooking our beef. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our 1 pound beef. I'm gonna break this up. We're gonna cook this until nice and brown. So you wanna make sure you're continuously like breaking up the beef so it won't stick, but also to make sure that it cooks really well and evenly. A few more minutes. Then we're going to transfer it to a plate to cool. Set that to the side here. We're going to keep a little bit of the oil in the pan because we're going to start cooking the garlic and onion. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in our garlic and onions. We're gonna let that go for 2 minutes. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add back in the ground beef and cabbage. Do cabbage first. Green onions and our carrots. Add in garlic powder. You know what? I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of salt. Soy sauce. Tablespoon soy sauce. And mix that all together. Okay, everybody, so now it's time to start wrapping for the lumpia. So, of course, I have my lumpia wrapper, so make sure that you defrost them, put them in a diamond shape. Then I'm gonna take a scoop, kind of in the middle, and you want to form like a nice little line here. You want to fold it halfway over. Here's the special glue. This is 1 beaten egg. So I'm gonna bring that across the top here, also on the side, because I'm gonna fold it just like this, all the way over. Then I'm gonna fold, continue to go straight up the middle. There you go. Put mine off to the side here. My island's clean. Do a couple more. Then you want to get into a rhythm. You can actually do this as far as with family, you know, with kids. They really like rolling things, and you can actually tell them, hey, the eggs are finger painting. You can finger paint your lumpia. Just enough. Make sure, roll it in half, match it up, your hand in the eggs. You're gonna bring it across as well too. Fold in the middle, and just repeat. It's also fun with music as well. There you have it. All right, so continue to make that happen for you. Let's keep it going. It's time. If you have a Dutch oven or a deep skillet, because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna deep fry the lumpia. Set it at medium heat, and what we're gonna do is we want to fill up halfway, because we're gonna actually put in the lumpia, maybe 3 or 4 at a time. So we're gonna let that heat up. Make sure when you drop in the first one, you start getting bubbles and we're good. With lumpia, you wanna make sure that you put in just enough just to fill the pan. All right, so we wanna make sure that the shell is hard, but you know, of course, the beef, and wanna make sure that it's nice and brown. So I'll continuously flip these over, about 5 to 10 minutes for each. Lumpia! We are done. A nice plate of lumpia for the family. Yes, a little bit of mamacitas. Yes, this is what you want for your sweet and sour sauce. That's my first Filipino dish, everybody. Let's get to the second one. Here we go. The next dish that we're gonna make is pancit Bihon style. So we're gonna actually soak in our Bihon noodles in water. Bihon noodles, and I have at least 8 ounces. So this is 8 ounces here. So I'm gonna soak that. We're gonna soak that for at least 10 minutes so we can at least get the noodles tender enough, and then we'll go right to cooking. Here's the ingredients. 2 chicken breasts. We're gonna cut those up into bite size. We're gonna actually start off with Chicken broth, 2 cups. We're gonna do 2 cups, and we're gonna actually have 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. We got 1 teaspoon of sugar. Now we're gonna actually chop up cabbage, as well as carrots, and also onion. So we're gonna cut that all up as well. We also have green beans that we're gonna actually mix up as well into the wok. So I'm gonna use a wok, so I'm gonna cut that up as well. Of course, you see these beautiful lemons. Now the lemons is, of course, is basically for show. So if you want to put some lemon juice across it, that would be awesome. With the sauce itself, I already mentioned as far as that there's going to be 2 cups of chicken broth. But we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're going to have 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. We're going to have 2 tablespoons of dark premium soy sauce as well. Now we're gonna, for salt and pepper, I'm gonna do a little bit of salt and pepper for tasting, so you'll be able to like, okay, cool, I can taste it now. All right, let's get to cutting. So now we're gonna make these into bite size. It's a pretty thick chicken breast. I think this will be good, nice little size there. If you want them even smaller, you can do that as well. Good there. Let's get to the carrots now. Carrots, a little bite size. Cut them even thinner if you want to. I think I'll do that for these. A little thin. Slice these babies in half here. And I guess they all want to fall off. Jesus. Here I go, start crying again. Right, we'll get to cabbage. Okay, everybody, so now that after 10 minutes, we have the Bihon noodles that's really like tender now. So I'm gonna actually, dump these in a strainer. Make sure you drain all of the water out of it. Start to cook our chicken now. So we're gonna cover just a little bit. Make sure that's around there. And we're gonna add our chicken to so it's tender all over. Then we're going to transfer this to a plate once that is complete. So continue to make sure that the chicken is actually getting white, like it's getting tender. And once you finish, we're going to start off adding in the garlic and the onion next. I think we're good.
Tongue?
Yeah. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this to the side now that our chicken is nice and tender. We're gonna move this over to the side to a plate. Then we're gonna remove all of the extra juices out of the wok. So now we're gonna saute our minced garlic. We're gonna add in our onions only. We're gonna let that saute 2 to 3 minutes. To bring back in our chicken, mix that all up. Then we're gonna bring in our veggies. Stir that around nice and good there. I'm gonna let that go for at least 3 minutes. in the pancit sauce. I'm gonna bring this to a nice boil. All right, now that we have it at a nice little boil here, now we're gonna add in the Bihon noodles. Make sure you coat the noodles. So I added in just a little, and I'm gonna add in the rest. Get them all coated. All right, everybody. Wow, I have finished pancit. So, of all the great ingredients, Filipino style, and a little bit of lemons on top of it, a little bit of decorations if you wish. But make sure you mix it all well. But here is the finishing touches. You got carrots, you have green beans, you have cabbage, you have chicken, and of course the pancit sauce. So, there you have it. I want to thank you guys so much for cooking with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Cooking with Rico Show. Tell everybody Rico is cooking around here. So I'll see you guys next time for another great entree, another great dish to make. Like my boy in my shirt says, let's dab it out. I'll see you guys later. Take care. We're gonna mince up some garlic and we're gonna mince up some carrots. How about that for the bunny rabbit?
You might want to redo it because you call an onion and garlic.
Did I?
Oh yeah, you definitely called that.
You called the onion garlic.
Lemon?
I love lemon.
Do you? Okay.
I absolutely love lemon.
Some people just like eat them like apples.
No, they eat them like oranges. I can't eat
You shouldn't even.
Okay.
No, like oranges, like.
No one's
the
eating
peel.
it.